Have you ever wondered how the rush of tourism impacts the natural beauty of our favorite destinations? It's a question that's more relevant today than ever. You see, as global travel continues to grow, the need to protect our planet becomes increasingly urgent. This is where the concept of sustainable development steps in. Sustainable development is all about meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It's a delicate balance, like walking a tightrope, where on one side we have the economic benefits of tourism and on the other the environmental and cultural impacts. But how does this tie in with tourism, you may ask? Well, imagine this. Our planet is like a giant theme park filled with wonders and attractions. Every year, countless tourists flock to these attractions, leaving their footprints behind. These footprints, if not managed well, can cause irreversible damage. This is where sustainable tourism comes into play. It's all about creating a balance between the needs of tourists, the environment, and local communities. It's about ensuring that tourism doesn't become a burden, but a force for good. It's about making sure that our favorite destinations remain beautiful and vibrant for generations to come. But achieving this balance isn't easy. It requires collaboration and cooperation from all stakeholders involved, from governments and businesses to tourists and local communities. It requires innovative approaches and strategies, a shift in mindset, and a commitment to long-term thinking. And why is this important? Well, because the stakes are high, tourism, if not managed sustainably, can lead to environmental degradation, cultural loss, and social inequalities. But if done right, it can be a powerful tool for promoting economic growth, protecting the environment, and preserving cultural heritage. So, as we delve deeper into this topic, let's keep in mind that understanding sustainable development in tourism is not just important, it's essential for the future of our planet. So, what exactly is sustainable development and why does it matter? Sustainable development can be best defined as a blueprint for achieving growth in a manner that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It's like sailing a boat, where we are not just looking at the immediate waves, but also keeping an eye on the distant horizon for any approaching storms. A crucial aspect of sustainable development is its three-pillar structure, often visualized as a Venn diagram, where economic growth, social inclusion, and environmental protection intersect. Each pillar is equally important and interdependent, creating a balance that ensures the well-being of our planet and its inhabitants. The first pillar, economic growth, is about creating an economy that can sustain itself and grow. It's not just about making money, but about making sure that growth benefits everyone, not just a select few. The second pillar, social inclusion, is about ensuring that everyone gets a fair chance to participate and benefit from the economy. It's about promoting equality, justice, and improving the quality of life for all, regardless of their social status, gender, or ethnicity. The third pillar, environmental protection, is about safeguarding our planet's resources for future generations. It's about understanding that we are not separate from nature, but a part of it. We rely on the environment for our survival and prosperity, so it's only logical that we take care of it in return. Sustainable development is essential because it recognizes that growth and development should not come at the cost of our planet or its future inhabitants. It's about realizing that our actions today will shape the world of tomorrow. It's about understanding that the prosperity of one cannot be built on the suffering of another. In essence, sustainable development is about creating a world where everyone can thrive without compromising the ability of future generations to do the same. It's about building a future that is not just about surviving, but about thriving. Sustainable development isn't a choice, but a necessity for a balanced and inclusive growth. How does sustainable development connect with tourism? This question is critical in our journey towards a more sustainable world. Tourism, one of the world's most significant industries, holds immense potential to contribute to sustainable development. When managed with an eye towards sustainability, tourism can create jobs, promote local culture, and conserve our natural and cultural heritage. Let's start with job creation. Tourism is a labor-intensive industry that can create meaningful employment opportunities. It can uplift local economies by providing jobs and stimulating local businesses. When these jobs are created sustainably, they can provide a stable source of income for local communities for years to come. Now, consider cultural exchange. Tourism often brings together people from diverse cultural backgrounds, facilitating an exchange of ideas and traditions. This can lead to a deeper understanding and appreciation of different cultures. Moreover, sustainable tourism can help preserve these cultural traditions by ensuring they are respected and not exploited. Conservation is another key benefit of sustainable tourism. The tourism industry is uniquely positioned to protect and conserve the natural and cultural heritage of our world. After all, these are the very assets that draw tourists in the first place. By promoting sustainable practices, we can ensure these assets are protected for future generations to enjoy. However, it's important to recognize the challenges of managing tourism sustainably. Over-tourism can put pressure on natural resources, disrupt local communities, and contribute to environmental degradation. That's why it's crucial to strike a balance between tourism development and preserving the environment, culture, and quality of life for local residents. In essence, sustainable tourism is about more than just reducing the negative impacts. It's about creating positive change. It's about making places better for people to live in and better for people to visit. It's about creating a world where tourism contributes to sustainable development rather than undermining it. Sustainable tourism is about making places better for people to live in and better for people to visit. And that, dear viewers, is the heart of sustainable tourism and development. Opening. How can we make tourism more sustainable? Well, let's dive into the various approaches that can help us achieve this. One crucial strategy is minimizing environmental impact. This means we need to encourage tourists to respect the beauty of our natural surroundings. Whether it's the serene beaches, majestic mountains, or lush forests, we need to ensure that these wonders remain untouched and unspoiled for future generations to enjoy. Next, we have to respect local cultures. Tourism shouldn't disrupt the traditional way of life in our destinations. Instead, it should foster understanding and appreciation. By promoting local customs, crafts, and cuisines, we can help preserve cultural heritage while providing a unique and authentic experience for tourists. Another important approach is supporting local economies. Instead of importing goods and services, let's give local businesses the chance to thrive. This not only helps to distribute the economic benefits of tourism, but also contributes to the authenticity of the tourist experience. Think about it. Wouldn't you rather taste a traditional dish made by a local chef than one made in a commercial kitchen miles away? Promoting tourism in off-peak seasons is another effective strategy. This approach can help to distribute tourist numbers throughout the year, reducing pressure on resources and facilities during peak seasons. Plus, it can also provide a more relaxed and enjoyable experience for tourists without the usual crowds. Lastly, but certainly not least, is educating tourists about sustainability. We need to make sure that tourists understand the impact of their actions. This could be as simple as reminding tourists to dispose of their waste properly, or as complex as explaining the importance of supporting local businesses and respecting cultural norms. Closing. It's not about stopping tourism, it's about managing it in a way that benefits everyone. Remember, sustainable tourism is a journey, not a destination. It requires continuous efforts and adjustments. But the rewards, a preserved environment, a thriving local economy, and a rich cultural experience are well worth the effort. Who's responsible for ensuring tourism is sustainable? A question that leads us to the roles and responsibilities of different stakeholders in sustainable tourism. Let's dive in. Firstly, Governments lay the groundwork for sustainable tourism. They create policies and regulations that guide the industry towards sustainability, ensuring that tourism development respects the environment and benefits local communities. Next, tourism operators, the businesses providing services to tourists, have a direct impact on sustainable tourism. They must adopt and promote sustainable practices, from reducing waste to promoting local culture and products. Local communities are also key players. Their involvement ensures tourism development aligns with their needs and aspirations, preserving their culture and way of life. And then there's you and me, the tourists. Our choices, from the places we visit to the products we buy, can make a big difference. We must strive to be responsible tourists, respecting local cultures and the environment. We all have a part to play in making tourism more sustainable. So, what have we learned about sustainable development and tourism? We've delved into the concept of sustainable development, unearthing its profound significance in today's world. We've seen how this idea is not a mere trend, but a necessity, a guiding principle that should steer our decisions and actions. We've also explored the intimate link between sustainable development and tourism. We've discovered that tourism, a global industry with far-reaching impacts, has a pivotal role to play in fostering sustainability. It's not just about enjoying our travels, it's about ensuring that our enjoyment doesn't come at the expense of the environment or local communities. We've also looked at various approaches to sustainable tourism, understanding that there's no one-size-fits-all strategy. Every destination, every community has its unique circumstances and challenges that require tailored solutions. Finally, we've appreciated the roles and responsibilities of different stakeholders in this grand scheme of things, from policymakers to tour operators, and even us as tourists. Remember, every journey we take leaves a footprint. Let's strive to make it a green one.